Hey guys, Spencer Kaufman here. We're checking out another email program. This one is called Send Engine. So this is pretty neat. It's been out for a while. It's something that seems to work pretty well. You can do a lot of different things with it. And so we're going to dive into it. I'm going to show you all the features and you can decide whether or not it is for you. So this is the dashboard. This is what you see when you log in. And we're going to start out right up here at the top. We've got dashboard, campaigns, subscribers, automations, and integrations, and of course some support. Then down here we have all the different things you can set up. So the first thing we would probably want to do would be subscribers. Well, realistically, the first thing you're going to do is set up your SMTP. This is just a quick process. It's a little easier than the other programs that I've used in the past. All you need to do is enter in your settings. It runs on SMTP only, so you can use SendGrid, Mailgun, your own hosting, whatever the case. Enter them in, test it, boom, you're done. Then, once that's set up, you'll want to add a subscriber. So let's go there. You can either manually add them, one by one, typing in their email, or you can upload a CSV file. Now, one thing, this is a web-based program, so it's Mac and PC compatible. However, your CSV file needs to be in a Windows CSV format. They may be updating this sometime, but it's been out for a year or more and it's still that way. So make sure that if you have a Mac, you save your CSV in a Windows format. So you can save it as a Windows CSV. That's what I always have to do because I run a Mac. Otherwise, manually adding, we're going to check this one because you know how to upload a file. Here we go. You enter in your general info. You don't need names. All you need is the email. So let's go test@test.com. Then you can do tags. So if you want to have any type of tags, these you can set up. You can put in all of this stuff here. And then you can have your subscribers sorted by tags. Then when you're done, add new subscriber. So there isn't any way that you can copy and paste a big list in. So if you have a list, you're going to need to put it into a CSV file and upload it. So it's not a text file, it's only a CSV. So that is one of the disadvantages here. Many of the other programs, you can upload TXT files, Notepad, CSV, whatever the case may be. You can also copy and paste them in. This one cannot. Okay, we've got a subscriber. We can go here to all subscribers. You can see, here it is. You can import, export, etc., view, clear, all of that stuff there. We also have segments and custom fields. Segments, we can create a new one. Okay, this is a set of rules. So we can label it test. Now, set the rules we want to define. So if they have email is whatever, equal to something, or name is equal to something, or first name, let's say, is not empty, then we can do something with that. And or, so it's all kinds of different things. We could add another rule and have that be in there. You could delete the rule, and then when you're done, you can hit Save Changes and your segment will be saved. So now if the first name is not empty, it puts subscribers in that segment. So it's kind of a neat thing. If you had another list, you could have it down here. You could have a different subscriber. So something that you may or may not use. I'll probably never use it, but it is there and available for you. Custom fields. This is something where if you need more data than the first name, last name, and email, like if you want to collect their phone number or something, you can add a new custom field and get their phone number or whatever else you may need, their age or something like that. All right, let's go to campaigns. All right, send a new campaign. You've got the subject and the content. So this would be like a broadcast or a newsletter or something like that. This is a cool feature here, resend to unopens. So you can check that on and then say, let's wait 3 days, 72 hours, and then do a new subject line. Are you okay? So they didn't open your first message. Now you want to resend it to them because they didn't open it. are you okay? You wait 3 days, boom, it sends the same message. So that's kind of cool. Then when you're done with all of that, you can hit send campaign. But before you do, you want to go through everything here. So recipients, all subscribers, specific segments. I want to include my test segment, or I want to do all subscribers. Exclude, who do you want to exclude? Some kind of a segment. So if you want to send it to, for me, I want to send it to only my YouTube people, not my authorship people. So I could exclude everybody else, or I could only include certain segments. Then it says, how does it work? So you get a little instructions there. That's kind of nice. SMTP settings. So you can throttle, which is super nice. Say I want to do 200 every hour. So if you're using your hosting account and they say you can only send 200 emails an hour or 1,000 per day, you can do some kind of a limit to help you not hit those limits and get shut down. Then you can schedule it. When do you want to send it? Now or at a specific time and date. So I can send it whenever I want in whatever time zone I want. So that's pretty cool. When you're done, you can either save it, you can send a test email, or you can send the whole campaign. So this send campaign button really in this case would mean scheduling the campaign. So that is a neat feature. A lot of options there that I really like. So let's delete that because we don't need it. Then campaigns were done there. Subscribers, we did that. Let's check out automations. This is a very cool feature. We've got 3 different things. Triggers. So this can be when certain events are triggered by your subscribers' actions. Stuff like when they open an email, when they click on a link in an email, things like that. We'll click on it. I'll bring you through it quickly. We can add a new trigger. And here we go. We've got these things right here. Untagged, tagged, added through a form, make a purchase, visits a page, etc. They can do this, then an action will be performed. What action? They can tag, they can untag, subscribe, unsubscribe. All right? So this is kind of like if this, then that. So that's something that you'll probably want to use. Next, let's go back to automations. Sequences. Here, they can do a sequence. So this is like an autoresponder. They've got email 1, wait time before sending. Let's send it right away, 1 minute. That's the first email. Okay? Next one, add a new email. This one can wait 1 day. Let's add another one. This one can wait 3 days. So now they'll get an email right away. They'll get an email a day later. They'll get an email 3 days later. One thing that is important to note is this is days after the first email is sent. It is not consecutive. So again, I really like consecutively so that I can say, hey, 5 days after the previous email, 5 days after the previous email, 5 days after the previous email, boom, 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 that's when it gets sent out. Whereas this one is all after the first email. So that's something that you'll want to pay attention to. I really love ArtBreach because it is the only one so far that I have found that does it after the previous email. All of the other ones either do not have autoresponder capability or they do it after the first initial email. In addition, some of them don't even let you go past like 100 days, whereas ArtBreach you could do for years. So that's kind of cool. Again, over here, some different instructions. Here's the series disabled, series of 3, delay. The third one will be delivered after 38 instead of 72 if you have a delay. So that would be if you wanted to put some kind of a delay on. That's fine. We've got save changes. You could do content. Let's click that and see. It should be just right here. And then settings, new sequence, integration used. So that could be your SMTP settings. That's my mailgun. And then enabled sequence or disabled sequence. So that's that. That's a pretty cool autoresponder sequence. We're going to delete it because we don't need it. All right. Now, the third one, which is also right here, but auto pruning. This is kind of neat. You can say, hey, I want to choose 3 months, after 3 months, after 1 month, after a year. I want to auto prune all of my subscribers that are inactive. And it will automatically remove them so I'm not sending emails to people who are inactive. This is something that you can choose whether or not you want to use. I personally want to have more manual control over mine and then choose whether or not I want to delete them. Actually, what I prefer to do is just re-engage those people with a different list or some kind of other thing, maybe something free, whatever the case may be. And then if they really don't engage, then I'll just manually delete them out of there. So that's that. It has a pretty good autoresponder feature. Everything here is very user-friendly. As you can see, I went through it all in a matter of minutes, and it's fairly easy to set up. So the last one, integrations. We have forms. So you can embed the forms on your website. They type in their name and everything, and then get automatically added to your list. That is pretty cool. Also, SMT sending identities, so you can put different email addresses, different names, different identities, depending on which list you're emailing. Good customization. You can also, so this one is cool because it's unique to SendEngine, is you can manage integrations with PayPal, JVZoo, Stripe, Braintree, and then you can track this. So you can say, oh, when they click on the buy button, something can happen. Through my automation, I can automatically add them to a certain list or send them another email or anything like that. It also has web tracking. So ArtBreach has some of this tracking stuff as well. They have a lot of sophisticated data, a lot of sophisticated tracking things. When they click on it, tracks open rates, tracks when they click on certain links. So this is very similar to that. A lot of good stuff here that if you're interested in any of those, you can play around with. And if you need any further support on them, I encourage you to check out this support button right here. You can also drop a comment in the video comment section below, and I can go into more detail on these or help you out that way. But for now, we're not going to dive into each of those because they're pretty self-explanatory. You just click on them, set them up, and it's done. And that is that. So let's go back to campaigns here, and we can just hang out here. This is SendEngine. In my experience, it works pretty well. Whether or not it is for you, you will need to decide. They do have a pretty good support system. They have a pretty good refund thing, and they also have a good product that they stand behind. So if it's something that you're interested in, you want to try it out, you can use it. Again, it's great for broadcasts or newsletters. They don't have any templates, so everything's plain text, so if that's what you're after. Otherwise, they also have autoresponder capability to go right after the first email. So one, you can delay it however many days you like or hours you like. They've got the triggers, so that's nice. And it works well with SMTP. So it's a very basic emailing program. It's web-based, very basic. So if this is what you're after, it's a good price, then you can get it in the description below. Again, if there are any other programs that you would like me to review, put them in the comments below, and I'll see if I can review them and get a video up for you to watch. Thanks again.